Okay, guys, welcome back. This is Chad Morrison with God's Country Shooting and Outdoors. This has been a video that a few people have been kind of wanting, so I'm going to walk through a little bit. I've had a few people ask me how and what I did to my Alpha. This Birchwood Alpha gave me a lot of problems. It was not comfortable. The length of pull was way too long. So I'm going to kind of walk you through, guys, kind of quickly what I did. I love the front end of this, all of the adjustability. I really do. I love it. But right there was the problem. So let me try to point it out as I go. This used to be right there. This was the back. This I flipped. Well, let me back up here. So if you take these screws loose here, your brace here, this bracket, and then there's a couple screws right in here to just kind of dress it up. After I was done, I put some really good Super 88 electrical tape on it because electrical tape is something I use at work a lot. So here's what I did. This whole thing was turned this way, and this was the back. This here is where your rifle would sit in the channel. So it looks pretty rough. I really wasn't sure it was going to work, but I tried it. So what I did, I took this off. I cut it out here and here in the back, and I flipped it upside down so that the rifle could lay straight in this way. I personally like for the gun to fit my shoulder and feel against the shoulder. The way this thing was going, it was useless the way it worked because you can't. Let me see if you can tell. So here on the bottom is some of the old cushioning pad where this was the back, and all of this made a horribly long length of pull, so you had to really lean into it. So what I did was loosen these bolts up, move this camera around, move these bolts, take them loose a little bit, and then right in here I took this bolt loose. The end of this is about right there. So I took this off. I cut a 45-degree angle, cut a slot out, kind of like that, just a little V slot, so that when I bent it down, I could get it back straight. And once I did that, I used the JB Weld steel. I have done several projects with it just to see how strong it really is. Projects that's kind of like, I'm figuring I'm going to have to replace it or fix it. If it holds, great. If not, I'll spend the money to fix it. Just check it out, see how well it holds. It held really good. The tape doesn't do much. It just kind of dresses it up. But once I cut my 45-degree out, I tightened these bolts all back together, and then I got me a pair of channel locks, and I tried to distribute equal pressure of bending from here down till I felt like I was fairly flat and straight, with the angle, the whole body of the rest somewhat. I tried to get that angle as close as I could in there. The other thing I did do is when you take this and cut everything out, this gets not horribly weak, but a little bit weak. So I JB welded this, sand it really good, just good scuffing to where the JB weld will stick. Wipe it down with alcohol, JB welded it, and I welded it inside, in the middle, and on the back. I welded that whole thing. So before I tighten everything up, let me back up. After I cut this, got all this where I wanted it, slid it back on to where I wanted it, tightened everything back up, and then JB welded it. So that way everything's JB welded. Let that dry for about 4 hours. Come back, scuffed it up really good again with some 60 grit sandpaper, wiped it down with alcohol, put another coat on it. So I mean, it's I can put a lot of pressure on it right there, pushing down, and it won't move. I've picked it up and carried it by here just to see, just try to see how well it holds up. So far, it's really strong. It doesn't look the best, but this, cutting it out as close as I can to add a little bit of support here for the rifle to set down on. I guess you could have left this, but to me, cutting this out made sense because it was just in the way for me. It was only catching, that much of the stock. I didn't like it, so I cut this channel out completely, so that the stock can come out and fit to my shoulder. Overall, so far, it works really good. I took a piece of what I considered to be trash because it was horrible to use for what I was using it for. Typically sighting guns in, trying to get really good groups, and it was just almost impossible with how long the length of pull changed. So this way, the stock can come out, fit me. I like it. It fits better. It's pretty solid. Yes, I've got a mess on the porch. Been working on vehicles the last few days. I did go ahead and use JB Weld here on both sides just to kind of strengthen this up a little bit. If I ever take time to work on it some more, right now I'm kind of tickled with how it works. I'll probably either fiberglass from here on the bottom up to the top, or scuff, clean it, and JB Weld a little thicker from here down to the edge right there, so that it strengthens all this up. But personally, I think it's got enough strength for me not to worry about it. The gun don't really move around much in here, especially once you get it seated into your shoulder. Once you get it back here and seated in, the main thing is it don't move this way. So I'm back to using it a little bit because I really do enjoy how well the front end adjusts. So anyways, that's what I did. If you got any questions, any more about what I did or how I did it, again, I basically just took this. This would have been turned around backwards. This would have been where the stock hit in the back. Flipped it over, flipped it down, welded everything back together. I didn't have a TIG welder or any kind of welder to weld it back with, so did that, and then I just dressed it up with some good black duct tape. I could have sanded it a little bit. That's it. That's all I really did, and so far, it does really well. So, guys, I appreciate you guys commenting, asking. I was really disappointed, and I got the other one. It's the Caldwell Stinger, and I do like it really well. But I hated to see this thing just sitting on the porch, gathering cobwebs and dust, and I decided to play with it and see what I could do. And so far, it's doing really well. I really like it. So, guys, I appreciate it. Remember, love God, love your family, love your country. I always love the outdoors. Until next time, God bless America and you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll have some more videos before too long, okay? Thank you. Bye.